So last left off was in the midst of for a while until it finally was able to reach the party through some brute force. Matobu, Cine, and Judge were able to destroy a couple of the elementals really quickly, and through some comedic value, Mac was able to shrink what seemed to be the humanoid-ish lava-armored creature that finally was able to be destroyed by the party. No casualties was amongst the party. Sadly, Mac was disappointed once again. In doing so, we, as a group, rushed to the aid of the other shopkeepers and surrounding civilians to find that many lives were, many of them were injured in the battle. Gruck was happy to know that I don't know the guy's name, was the shopkeeper that he's been, yeah, the shopkeeper that, do you have the name by chance?
Helgrim Candlewick.
Helgrim Candlewick. Helgrim Candlewick was still
Candlewick.
Oh, my bad. Candlewick was A-okay still. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, like, at the same time remembering. So, like, all right. Was okay. Gruck was kind enough to heal him, which kind of boosted his spirits. Still, he was not able to, if I remember right, like I was able to complete the weapon that was given to him. Gruck and him had an exchange of words. He was thinking that the weapon was him handing the weapon over was the cause of the drow-like spider invasion, but he found out that it was not. Some of the party members, while that was going on, was healing up people. Mac took it upon himself to liven up the spirits and sing a song about the encounter. Certain party members discussed of what their next actions and moves were, leading them back to the inn that was, oh gosh, what was the inn's name? It was actually a pretty solid one that Nebin or that Aku came up with or said. No, Anvil something.
It was the Rusted Pickaxe.
There it is. Yeah, I knew it was something mining wise. Rusted Pickaxe, and in doing so, the Lord Zelleron was there talking with Nebin, and Cine took it upon himself to come up and have a chit chat with them, and through some discussion, it seemed that a game of chess was going to be a deciding factor. Lord Zelleron not understanding the time and that Cine had while working at his father's shop, a lot of free time, was able to pick up on some chess, and Zelleron was completely baffled by the moves that he was able to play, and he hasn't seen a certain Waterdeep something move. Baldur's Gate, like you move in 5 years since you've seen it, and yeah, and in doing so was able to make Lord Zelleron extremely not well, he didn't cry, but he felt like the knowledge and willpower of the Abyss Watchers was something that he undermined at first, and gave Cine a necklace that would be able to summon a Shield Guardian, which Cine has been very antsy and ready to do it. Rest of the party got drunk. They set up a meeting with Lord Irvin the Hound for the next morning when they wake up. the next morning, they went to go see him. A lot of them questioned Mac. How close is he actually with the Hound? Figuring out that maybe he was spending the night inside the chest. In doing so, there was some talk. Seemed like people realized that Eren, the Hound, and the Lord Alliance kind of deal with terms on their own end, and will wait for the situation to be more on the surface level, you could say, before they take action. And in doing so, the party kind of decided to leave, but through a breaking and a loud sound, they enter the room to see some form of an assassin that has extremely injured both Mac and Erevan Hound to the point of where he seems to be almost in his dying breath. And thus, when captured... Oh, Nebin banished the assassin, but in the process of him coming back in, they tied him down, but it seemed that he died through some what's the word?
Cyanide?
Thank you. Cyanide, yeah.
Synesthesia.
And thus, the last thing, if I think I remember right, was someone was in the process of trying to heal the wounds of Erevan, the Hound. And I think that's where we kind of left off.
I thought somebody was trying to resurrect the dead guy.
No, we left off with him popping back into existence, and Tobu had him grappled, and he went limp in Tobu's arms.
Mm-hmm.
As most people do.
It's the first time that's ever happened.
So, yeah, where are we at? There he is. Okay, so yeah. That's a good recap. And we...
Yeah, I'm outside with turd ass.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to use my healer's kit on him, try and get him patched up. I'm sure Shantor will be much more effective than just sending a message.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, Shantor?
Okay, where am I currently?
I think he came out with me.
Like when he died.
Took him out. Wait, when who died?
The assassin.
You were going outside. Basically, the group had decided to take Arabian Hound outside because of, well, the commotion and to create some more space for him. So the three of you had left outside to take him. He popped back into existing. So the banish happened. The banish happened, and then you guys basically had a minute to take him outside, and then as soon as the dude reappeared, no one was no longer, or the three of you were no longer in the room.
And then Tobu tackled his ass and they tied him up.
Yeah. Got the judge cut
And
special.
then he died.
Yeah.
Wait, so Cindy, are you keeping that shield guardian?
Yeah.
But it has spell storing.
Oh.
Wait, just because he has it doesn't mean you can't store a spell in it.
It does. It says specifically the person wearing the amulet has to be able to do it.
Never mind.
Honestly, I mean, if you want, you could have Austin if you really want to fuck with a pet, and that would. And no, I don't want it. It would be way better on either Shantor or Nebin, because Nebin's a warlock, and warlocks only have 2 slots. So spell storing's huge for warlocks.
I don't even know what spells. It just gives you an extra spell slot. Is that what you're talking about?
Store a spell from the so that way you can have another spell slot that's like freed up.
Yeah, and like you could put what's it called, Revivify on it, for instance, and if it's out and one of us dies, it could just go and res somebody. Like that's huge.
What
Well, that was a power gaming move right there. Damn.
Already added all this
Assuming
stuff
the
right there.
shield.
You could have Austin if you like, but I mean it would just it doesn't make sense going having it go to the monk who has no spells.
It's 2 AC.
2 AC. Give it to the barbarian.
I mean, okay, if you think, if you honestly think it's the best thing for the party to keep the Shield Guardian, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue, but
Fuck, somebody else can have him.
That would be a conversation we have after our current situation.
Yeah, it's probably better to talk about that after.
In a bar setting. Yeah.
no, fuck this guy. I hate him. We do this now. We're talking over his corpse.
So Arabian Hound is convulsing on the ground as you are discussing what to do with.
Hey, no, I'm taking care of the man. I'm not listening to this conversation.
I step on his fingers.
All
I
right.
step on his fingers. I want to check this assassin's body.
Okay. You.
I will chat help.
You are okay. Yeah. So you go through and rifle through his things, and you find that he has on his person one dagger that is drow crafted, 2 vials of poison on him. They seem like regular poison vials, and a parchment.
Can I read the parchment?
You open up the parchment and you see that the parchment is written in crude Dwarvish.
I don't know Dwarvish.
Well,
I
that's
got
what
it.
you see.
Dwarvish.
I'll read it.
Maybe.
Okay. So as you cast Comprehend Languages, you put your hand over the text, and you find you're kind of like surprised that it's actually written in crude Dwarvish. It's not written very articulately, and the parchment reads, "Find your way to the surface. Sow discontent among the surface factions. Leave evidence implicating the Zentarum."
Oh, interesting.
Nevin's gonna say, I think the Zentarum are that did this. There seems to be evidence.
You know,
What is
If
your
it wa-
int score?
20.
Because you need to lower that by like 10.
No, well, I mean, Judge comprehended that. We don't know if he said that out loud yet. So Nebin could be looking over him and saying that it's the Zentarum, and meanwhile, Judge is reading the note to himself.
I'd be like, hey, would you look at that party? And it's a good thing we have the Zentarum on our side, isn't it? So I'm gonna thinking out loud and be like, Davra's gonna love knowing that there's another faction trying to out rogue the Zentarum. That's gonna be hilarious.
Wait. Why would you tell her?
We're kind of indebted to her for all info.
What she doesn't know doesn't hurt her.
I mean, okay, but we literally have a source trying to sow discontent. It's written in paper.
I think
Tobu.
we should just blame the Emerald Enclave, and then everybody will be happy.
Oh my god, those fucking
Let me see a
hippies.
perception check, Tobu, with advantage.
1 sec. Where the fuck did my sheet go?
Are we gonna try to res this guy?
If I'm not in the room, I won't be able to.
While you're holding the assailant, you notice the color of his skin is darkish blue, and you come to the realization that this isn't a surface dwarf.
It's one of those goddamn from Console Grim.
Hey guys, this is a deep dwarf. He's a bad guy.
Oh wait, that's racist.
Just
This is a
FYI.
deep dwarf.
Well, I mean, it's not that
You
bad.
you recall Dwagar as the
Dwargar.
official name. Dwagar.
So the Dwergar want to stop our efforts. I wonder why.
Wait, Didn't I hear about a guy named Droki or something like that? That was a nice Dwargar.
Jokey.
That was before me, I think. Right? Yeah, Droki bounced
No.
before I
You
joined.
were in the, no, you were there.
Jokey's dead.
Droki's a Darrow, first off. He's not even a...
Yeah. I was like, he's not a Dwargar.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I can't tell the difference between all of these evil short races underground, okay?
Excuse me?
Come
on.
I look at Tobu furiously. No, just kidding. No, okay, well, so now we know that the at least one faction in the Underdark is opposed to what we're doing.
Let me see a medicine check with advantage since Cine is helping you, Shantor.
Am I on top of the body, or am I still outside?
Yeah. No. You're like over the body, tending to his wound. All right. Well,
He's
Shantor, with the assistance of Cine, Shantor, you were basically like going over the different parts of the body, and you were mentioning certain things. And Cine had several incantations and herbal balms ready to go. Arabian Hound, you could see some life return back to his eyes as he turns conscious after the shock wears off of him. And he looks around and sees you and Cine and Gruck standing over him. And the first thing Arabian Hound says as he looks around is, he says, what of Mac?
Oh my
fine.
god.
He's in the other room dealing with the guy that attacked you.
You see a sigh of relief happening, or wash over his face, and Arabian Hound looks to all of you, and he thanks the three of you, Shantor and Cine. He says to the two of you, I don't know what you did, but I almost feel no pain now. I myself and the Lords of Lions graciously thank you for your assistance.
I'll just accept it. I won't be a douche. Well, if you're feeling well enough, we should join the others back in your quarters and see if we can get any information from them.
He nods as Arabian Hound helps himself up to his feet with... you guys get the impression that he's trying to repair some of his dignity after being, saved. So he helps him.
I'll look at him and I'll be like, don't worry, man. I almost died like 30 times in the Underdark. Fine. No need for pride here.
Arabian Hound smile. He gives you a soft smile at the humor. You can tell that he appreciates the lightheartedness.
Sometimes
And,
they just get the jump on you.
He nods as he walks, leading the three of you back to his quarters.
Oh my.
And upon entering, he sees the group basically investigating the body. We'll say at least like 3-4 minutes have passed by, investigating, reading, comprehending the seeing if what's on the person's body and things like that. Arabian looks around and he sees Mac damaged, but still okay. And he puts a hand on his shoulder and he says that it's fortunate that your friends were here when the attack happened, isn't it, Mac?
Oh, it's good to see you alive. Good.
Arabian nods and says, "It's. I'm glad you're okay too."
Oh, as I look at the wound, noticing that I'm not taking poison damage, correct? It was just poison base.
Yeah, you just took a chunk of damage. There's no like dot or anything. You're good.
Okay, cool. I'm just like, yo.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's right. That's true.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm gonna like pick Mac up.
Kruckle remembered this.
I'm gonna pick Mac up.
I
on
remember.
the scruff of his clothes and do a medicine check on him just to be sure.
Okay. Yeah, Mac seems, although he seems to be like he took some damage, he still is okay. He seems a little tired, but not to the point where he is dying or anything like that. He can stand on his own 2 feet.
I'm gonna set him on top of the chest, pat him on the back. Oh, you'll be okay.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, just.
Come up here with the conversation.
Oh, I could hear you. I was just more or less gathering. I was a little in shock, just seeing almost Lord Evan, almost die. It was too much for me. I don't know how I would have taken it.
I'm gonna pick him back and put him down on the ground again.
I know, but he was almost gone. I saw my whole. How would I have lived without him?
Nevin's just gonna count. Wouldn't it make a good story or a good tale?
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
I give you like I'll give you like a scowling look, like not the tale that would be told amongst the, would be more or less a tale that would be told at his funeral. And then I kind of just like pace around the room a little bit, trying to like soak in like the situation.
So from that, Arabian quickly like tries to change the subject, and he sees the judge is holding a piece of paper, and he looks at it, and he says to Judge, "If I'm not mistaken, that's Zirkwood parchment."
How does he know that?
Hey, Simov, can I like look at the dead dude and see if I can do anything to bring him back in the meantime?
Sure.
What do I
Revivify him against his
gotta?
will.
I won't be able to revivify him at this point because it's like I have to do it within. And I've been outside since he's died, so I don't think I'll have time.
So you can do a medicine check if you'd like.
I'll help him.
Can I guidance myself first?
Yeah, you can guidance yourself first. That's fine.
Advantage and guidance. Make double net once.
Double net.
That didn't roll.
You killed me and further you snap his neck when.
Do you guys see it?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, 27.
Nice.
So
Wait, what is it plus 4?
it's plus D4. It's not plus 4.
Yeah, but if he gets a 4, he's gonna get 31.
Will he though?
It was fated.
Oh my goodness, that's.
It's funny. All right, so Shantor, upon doing your medicine check, because, well, you come to the conclusion along with Cine that because you decided to tend quickly to Lord Arabian's wounds, that enough time had passed to where this person's soul could not be brought back to his being with your Revivify. Upon further investigation, you see that his tongue is dissolved.
Oh, jeez.
He died so hard.
You can see that his tongue was dissolved recently, and let me see an insight from you.
Both of us, or?
Yeah, we can get an insight from both of you. Individual insights each.
26, I think is good enough.
So Shantor, you upon seeing the dissolved tongue, you know that it happened very recently, and you can surmise that it likely happened as a result of the same agent that was used to kill him.
I'll definitely tell the party that whatever he ate dissolved his tongue.
Well,
you just
drag him towards the middle of the room so we get away from the windows.
so I'm gonna retort to his lordship, and I'll be like, this is a very very astute observation there. This is a Dwergar assassin.
Arabian Hound is going to look at the Dwergar assassin, and he's going to pace a couple steps back and forth and say, yes, it would make sense for a Dwergar assassin to attack. After all, it's much easier to be inconspicuous in the city of Gauntlebrim as any dwarfkin than any other race. I'm sure many other races would have easily been discovered.
So, if anything, if you could spread word amongst your allies, and I mean, make yourselves aware that they're trying to, cause a rift. And if anything, this further proves that what we're doing is probably the right thing.
So
Protecting the surface.
Arabian Hound is going to ask you, Judge, if he could take a look at the parchment.
Yeah, hand it over.
So he takes a look at the parchment, and he reads it in Dwarvish out loud. But you notice that he's reading it like brokenly, and his brow furrows and says, "Curious, why is this written in such poor Dwarvish if the Dwergar himself, or if it's a Dwergar that's the assassin?" He hands you back the parchment, Judge, as he continues pacing, and he says that it's possible that this Dwergar was hired, not necessarily by the Dwergar.
It's also strange they would keep the note on himself as an assassin.
Wait. Isn't
So when you say that, Gruck, his eyebrow raises, and he says he had a drow-forged weapon on him. Interesting.
I have the knife. I have the knife. Fine. I'm just playing with it.
Oh,
So Arabian nods his head and says that clearly whomever is involved is attempting to hide their tracks.
Nebin's gonna make an observation. He says the place. Wait, I can't remember the name of the place that we're going.
Mantle Dareth?
Mantle Dareth. Isn't that a? You said someone said it was a trading outpost, right?
Arabian Hound.
I said it's like a Zentarum trading outpost. I think is what someone said.
Well, yes, that is what it is.
I was gonna say, is there anybody that's there that wouldn't want us to go there? That's trying to cause a rift. Like, could the hiring be from there?
Arabian replies back and says, quite to be frank with everyone here, and he looks and says, I feel I can trust you a certain degree more now than before. But of all the surface factions, the Zentarum are the only ones that know its location.
There's no one. There's wait, of the surface factions, but not the people below.
He nods his head.
So this could be someone from below that is trying to prevent us from going there.
He like looks to the window and looks down at the Dwergar body and says, it would seem as though, or he says that it would seem as though somebody knew about this meeting of the factions here.
well, I mean, it's an enemy of the Zentarum, and to figure that out would take, forever.
Arabian like chuckles. He gives like a little chuckle and says that yes, the Zentarum are known to have quite a few grudges against them.
Oh why don't we go toss this bad boy in front of Brunor and see if he has an idea?
I think Davro would, if anything, know more about this.
You just have a crush on her, Judge.
I like power, alright? I like the power. No, that eye candy's wasted on my 2 eyes alone.
No, raw dog. Be a risker. Raw dog it.
I'm sure Shantor has cure disease.
Judge
Exactly.
blushes and
Wait, cure
and
disease?
he lashes out and says, "We have a respectable relationship, okay?
Well, I'll pick up
It's
the...
purely business." It would have been 20.
So, Arabian Hound, upon hearing this, says, interesting. So, the lot of you have decided to forego a portion of your treasure to the Zentarum.
No.
And then he asks, and what is the Zentarum doing in return for this?
Sexual favors.
Telling us they're helping us out, first of all, unlike some people. Yeah, and where it is.
Hey, he's giving us Mac, technically. So it's not like...
So,
Not really a
Arabian...
good deal.
Yeah, it's true.
Sure.
Well, Judge is gonna reason with
I like how you said give like this is
Arabian. He's gonna reason with Arabian. You're like, listen, we need all the help we can get. Do you understand? Well, I mean, dude, like, Judge just points towards the ground. Like, there's demons coming out of Faerun. I don't know how else to explain it to you. We need every hand on deck.
So, Arabian hears this and says that, well, apparently I was mistaken on you lot being able to be capable of handling yourselves. It was quite fortuitous for you to be here, and it is apparent that this assailant was waiting for my departure from Guantelgrim before making his move, while my guard was down. It's clear whatever is brewing beneath the surface is a cause for concern, at the bare minimum, at least now. You have the backing of the Lord's Alliance. However, if you wouldn't mind, I have a proposition for you as well.
Name it.
He says, he shakes his head and wags his finger at you, Gruck, and says, on the contrary, the Lord's Alliance will pay a sum of 1,500 gold for the location of Mantle Dareth.
Deal.
Holy
Got
moly.
it. Actually, you know what?
We need half up front though.
You know what? Make it 2,000, half up front. Call it square.
I'm gonna go over to Erevan and like tug his cloak and be like, I think 15 is just perfectly fine. And I look at the group like, after what just went transpired here, I think my services and that gold alone will be great. I do agree. Half up now would probably be best. To show.
Yeah, Mac agrees. 2,000.
So Arabian looks and says, I'll agree to pay half now for 1,500 and half upon the location coming up. And then you see him open up a trunk and pull out a pouch. He quickly rifles through it and he holds the pouch out and says, you can count it if you like.
Mautobu says 600 now, 1,200 later, spits in his hand and puts it out to shake.
Arabian looks down at Tobu and is like still holding his thing out. Let me see a persuasion, Tobu.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, God. Barbarian.
Nice, sis.
Barbarian charisma.
600 isn't half.
I want this to be.
He wants 1,800 though.
I want
know,
1,800.
But we don't even know when we're gonna come back. I think the half now is better.
Oh my God.
Barbarian persuasion.
Nevin, please.
So okay, Arabian Hound throws back his head and laughs at the gruff and barbarous way that Tobu just pushed himself in front of the group to do it, and he smiles widely. He grabs a couple extra gold from his trunk, or he takes some gold out of the pouch, and throws the pouch on the ground, and then he looks at looks and kind of pushes Mac in front of himself to shake hands with Tobu.
I go, it is an honor. Thank you, Lord Everin, for me to allow me to partake in this deal. And I put up my hand to shake Matobu.
Do you spit in your hand?
He threw the sack on the ground.
Yeah, he threw the sack on the ground because he didn't want to shake hands with a spitted hand.
I look over at Judge. Pick that up.
What the fuck? When did you have a fucking air of refinement to you, you fucking dwarf?
Don't worry, I got it. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to pick up and give it to him.
Thank you. I look over at Judge and I say, that is how negotiations work.
Oh my god. So Arabian seems to be entertained with all of this happening, or with all of this discourse going on about it, and he says that 1,200 gold upon your return and the location of Mantle Dareth. And then he continues and says, in addition, you have two of our spies and one of our Lord's Alliance guards accompany you into the Underdark.
Oh, we're bringing Bing and Dong, and then we're also bringing...
Actually, if you care, Mac, Lord Arabian says, he says, hold on.
Nice, dude. You got a little fucking circus there. You can have Tobu join you, too. You could almost make one whole warrior with all these guys.
Oh,
he says that the two human spies names, he says that's right, Feral Killmander and Zilna Oakshadow, and then my esteemed guard Nazrak Blueaxe.
Oh, Nazrak, he's a good one. I like Nazrak a lot. Me and him got some good stories.
What was the second one?
So, just as an FYI, literally all these NPCs have names if you guys really want to write them down.
Yeah, I'm doing it. What was the second one?
All right.
Farah Killmander.
There's two, though. There's two spies. One spy is Feral Killmander, and the other one is Zilna Oakshadow. Then the dwarf guard is Nazrak Blueaxe.
Dude, if we kill these guys, we can get 300 experience.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
And then
they fell down a well.
Judge recalls that his guys' names are Nero Kelvane, Lenora Hasker, Allegor Moonwhisper,
I don't want to
Dorak
give them names. They're just bodies for me to throw at these fucking demons. I don't want to.
Don't
name
talk about
them.
Thora that way.
They're fodder, dude.
What?
Yeah,
Once you name them, then you have to care about them.
exactly. Thank you, Nevin.
Jim Jarkovich has been a deep gnome-shaped token.
Exactly. Look at all the hurt that city's going through right now. You want me to? I don't want to go through that.
And you're making me give Big Boy to Shantor, dude. It's awful.
So yeah, Arabian is going. So he says you have the assistance of them, And then he says that now, as he steps forward closer to the group, and you notice that he's speaking in a much quieter tone, he says that there is a deep cover operative in the Underdark working for the Lord's Alliance. This is how I'm more aware about the undergoings than he rolls his eyes, initially let on. You see we have to keep a certain degree of ignorance with regards to the Underdark, because we're unaware about who's trying to make moves, where they are. Kalesa Draga, a high elf from Silvery Moon, was sent to spy on the Drow over a year ago. I know she uses magic to disguise herself as a dark elf. So, do not attack any Drow that you encounter until you can confirm that it isn't Kalesa in disguise. We lost contact with her months ago. Lord's Alliance has no idea where she is.
How do you know she's not dead now?
What does she
We
look
killed a
like?
lot of drow while we were down there.
How
Yeah,
will
Joe-
we know who she is?
Judge memories of Drow dying in front of Judge flashback.
So he mentions and says that it's likely that she was either looking for Mantle Dareth or might even be in Menzoberranzan. Has your group been to Menzoberranzan?
God,
No. No.
He nods his head and says that then it is unlikely that you've encountered her.
do you have some kind of or like some kind of icon something we can show her so she knows that we're with the Lord's Alliance?
He nods his head and shifts his gaze at Mac.
I get out all puffy up, like, oh yes, and I pull out, or not, I don't pull out, but I show the badge that's connected to me, like this right here.
Arabian Hound laughs and says that if this is the group that Mac ends up dying to, it'll be quite the story indeed.
I agree.
Wait, I'm sure we can cut the thing off of that.
I mean, it's a pin. I just take it off.
Well,
Take it off.
we'll cut it off if we need to.
Oh, good.
Fucking rip.
No. Nobody's dying yet.
Find
Yeah.
dork
Yeah.
and shit, come help us.
So Arabian looks around and says that Kalesa is one of our most skilled operatives, and losing her would be a great blow to the Lord's Alliance. We just want to ensure that she's safe, and if there's any other information that she may have, it would be incredibly valuable to us.
Judge looks Arabian right in the eyes and says, "Don't worry. I assure you, no harm will come to her."
He nods his head and says, the Lord's Alliance greatly appreciates that.
Wait. If you already have an operative there, how do you guys not know the location?
No, he doesn't know
Not
if
She
the
was looking
operative...
for it.
Yeah. No one knows where Mantle Dareth is.
Yeah, but I figured she could have sent like a letter back or something at some point. Oh, she's searching. I thought she said she was there.
No, he said...
Oh, I misheard. I
Correct.
misheard. I thought she said she was already there.
No, he said...
Just
there's no guarantee that she got out alive, but Arabian said that she is either likely to be at Mantle Dareth if she found it, or in Menzoberranzan.
I just imagine a Menzoberranzan postcard saying, "Wish you were here." Yeah,
It's like with like lols in the back.
Yeah, with like a fucking dark lipstick kiss on it. And... Okay, well, that's another guild down. Good job, team.
I like how you're saying out loud. Another guild down. You're just a number to us.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That quest log is adding up quickly.
No,
For real.
no. Judge is looking at this. You know.
We gotta go to some fucking gold question marks, man.
we need-
Wait, where's Tobu's girl?
She's she's the freaking gimme, so she's probably the one we're gonna not be able to convince.
Right.
I look at Matobu and be like, don't trust her. She's a female. You know how they are.
Female?
God.
I'm
No,
gonna
No.
Nevin's the simp. He's the
No.
incel.
Wait. I'm the what? I'm the what?
You're the simp, dude.
The simp.
Chimpanzee.
I don't know what that is.
Oh goodness.
I don't know what that is.
Just use Urban Dictionary like everybody else.
Matobu, keep your eyes open. That's all I say.
Yep. Shouldn't be a problem.
when there's a
Think with your
I mean,
brain.
she's not that hot.
When an adult man and an adult woman.
What are you talking about? She's a beautiful one. For a dwarf.
What are
when
you
there's
talking
like
about? Look at Bruner.
a lull in the convo, I'm gonna hand the amulet over to Shantar, tell him I won it from that douchey wizard in the bar, so I think it'll be more useful
Oh,
to you than me.
What does it? What does it do?
Douchey wizard.
would I know of an amulet like that?
What do you mean?
Like, would I be able to decipher that that's not like a normal amulet, like something magical based towards it?
Zolron is not a douche.
I mean,
Are you sure?
I just gotta do it one time before I get rid.
Mac, you have no real reason to assume that it's it's anything other than a regular necklace.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Cool.
Ooh, plus 2 AC. That's really good for Shantor.
I know, I was gonna tank so good.
But Shantor will tank so well. He has higher AC anyways.
It's that, and half the damage goes to him. And
Wait,
he
what?
heals
Half the
himself.
damage that I take goes to him?
Yeah.
Wait, where are the? Can you send me the stats and just?
It's in the thing under our familiars.
Yeah.
Party familiars.
Familiar,
Shield Guardian.
the Shield Guardian.
It takes half your damage if it's within range. It can give you 2 AC. You can cast a 3rd level spell on it and save it for later.
Wait, what level spell?
Then he heals a 3rd level spell or low, and he heals 5 HP every turn.
That you can put a freaking your healing,
Fireball.
mass healing word. No, mass
Use
healing
a
word is
fireball.
better. Mass healing word.
So, just as a FYI, if you intend on using the spell storing on it, you can do so in 2 manners. The first way is you have to explain to the Shield Guardian how you want the effect to go off, similar to like holding your action, like doing an action trigger. Like if a monster comes within range, cast spell. So that's one way of doing it, and then the second way of doing it is using your bonus action to command the Shield Guardian to cast a spell on his turn.
What if he has like a concentrate spell? Does it count as him concentrating or as me concentrating?
Him concentrating. It's his. Yeah, everything is his spell effect and everything.
Do not look at that fucking wisdom, charisma, or dex. Or int. It's a minus to everything except for strength and con.
He not very smart.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I would like to, stay a while with Lord Averon. You guys, I can meet you back downstairs or something for some breakfast.
Nebin winks at you. Don't worry, take your time.
So he can understand me, but he can't like talk to me at all.
Correct.
Okay.
He's, for all intents and purposes, this thing has no personality. It's basically a bunch of armor that's animated.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
like,
the best
it's like
listener.
kind of like it's like a mobile sentry.
It's like a really.
Do I
crappy
need
full metal armor.
to? Do I need to attune to?
Yes.
So, Cindy, do you want to carry
No.
Austin?
No, I don't want us.
Okay, fine.
I already deleted all of the spells. I'm just gonna be sad about it for the rest of the session. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Can I interest you in a drow dagger?
I have the draw dagger.
I'm
Also,
gonna.
do I need to take a short rest to see what the poison's like? Like swish a little bit around my mouth to find out what it does.
You don't have to swish it around in your mouth. You could just like dab a toothpick worthy in your
You
mouth.
fucking gargle it.
Yeah, if it's poison, but
And pass out.
Yeah, so the poison is basically so there's 2 vials of poison on him. One of them is a poison that is essentially a regular, applicable poison that you can apply to a weapon, and you can see that it's already been used twice, so there's only 1 more use left in the vial. And the other vial is a poison that basically dissolves, and if ingested, means a quick death.
Oh, cool!
There's one
I'm
use
gonna
missing.
I'm gonna kick the. I'm gonna keep the quick death one. I'm gonna give the other poison to Tobu.
But what am I gonna do with this?
Put it on your weapon,
Correct.
dipshit.
But that number 1, that's rude.
Oh, hi.
Okay. Number 2, I mean, I guess I can.
Wait, it's gonna be like extra damage.
I'm gonna.
But how much extra damage?
For the encounter, it'll be an additional d6 damage poison.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up this turd off the ground and well, we better go show Brunor that naughty things are going on in his town.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be-
we just fought off like mechanical spiders and fire elementals. He knows there's naughty things.
But
I'm
this
gonna
is
go-
like
I'm gonna go
4% of
tell
the
Davra.
naughty.
wait, Tobu's the one who received the gold, right?
It's in my hand. In my
You split it.
No, I wasn't gonna say split it. I was gonna say you should buy something that'll increase damage, like one of those stones or whatever.
No, split it. I need to learn things.
CMF,
Yes.
how much is a Yoon stone that would give me AC?
You probably aren't going to be able to find that because it's a magical item. You don't buy magical items.
Fuck. But I want to.
Well, this isn't the campaign to do so.
Shit. Okay.
Magical items are very, very fucking rare.
Need like a pay to win campaign after this.
Yeah, really.
You could buy a whetstone for your axe and increase the damage again, like last time.
Yeah, I still have one.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually considering going and starting to wear armor.
Wait, what?
But I
Armor
really don't
isn't
want
that
to.
worse for you?
Sorry?
Isn't armor worse for you?
Yeah. So I'd have to look at it. It limits my dex bonus, and then I don't get the con bonus to my AC. Okay. Whatever. I got money. It's great. I'll share it with the party later.
No, do it now before you
Neb-
forget.
Evan doesn't want any.
I mean, can we just put it towards like party expenses?
No, I'm
I
gonna
feel like
calculate it
that
right
was-
now.
I can give you 50 gold.
No,
Don't
this
say shut up.
party is notorious with not splitting gold.
Actually, you know what? I'm
Abacus.
I'm gonna take that 50 gold back and say, wait, how much of our gold did you barter away? I think that's your share.
Oh!
So do we have to give her that amount from this pot of gold right here, this bag
True, this
in
is
my
true.
hand? Do I have to give her that split?
That's
No.
90 gold. That's 90 gold that goes to her.
It makes it easier to split.
I give Judge 90 gold and I say, look, okay, if she comes looking for it, then I'm gonna tell her that you have it.
Fine. You know what? Fine. We don't get spells.
Oh.
Does anybody else want their share? Like, it's not a big deal. Sorry?
No, thank you.
Then he's walking out of the room, carrying dipshit over his shoulder, heading to Brunor's quarters.
Nebba doesn't care about gold.
He's gonna walk through the town with a dead body casually as a tiefling.
Fucking tiefling.
The tiefling killed the dwarf, or whatever. Or was the attack?
I go see Dabra and I give her fucking 90 gold.
Oh, what a fucking goody nerd. Alright.
Okay, hold on. We gotta go one at a time here. One at a time. All right. So we'll say everybody exited the room. Mac, you said you wanted to speak with Arabian Hound before.
I'm just more there, just not really speaking, but just spending my last moments with
Comforting.
him before he leaves. You know.
Okay. So you spend a couple moments reminiscing with him, talking about some fun times. Arabian Hound is you get the notion that he is actually like kind of concerned for your health in the Underdark. He knows that the Underdark is very dangerous. That's why he sent Kalessa instead of yourself into the Underdark. But he does remain hopeful. He says that to you that you've yet to disappoint him, and you tend to be a fairly good judge of character. And since you put your trust in this group of people, he was going to put his trust in you.
I try to hold back my blushing at the praise he's giving me.
And then he says that that as soon as the group comes back to the surface, that the Lord's Alliance will have their performance review, and he's eager to hear what the rest of the lords have to say about the dealings of the Underdark.
I would definitely inform him that there will be many tales that he cannot wait to hear from it, that I would sing and praise.
So Arabian nods, and then he also reminds you, Mac, that in the event of anything that is very noteworthy, that he can use the sending stone he gave you. By the way, in case you guys forgot, he did give you guys the sending stone at the end of last session to Mac. And then he says that the sending stone is easily scryable, so only use it in the event of either an emergency or very important knowledge that needs to be sent.
Oh, okay. Well, I might just call to see how you're doing.
So Arabian laughs, knowing that you're joking, and saying that, and then he laughs, and then you see that his face goes like very serious, and says that on a serious note, this attack is not to go lightly. The Lord's Alliance takes great care in their own kind. And whatever is happening in the Underdark is going to be a massive cause for concern for the rest of the lords.
I agree. I'll agree. And I'm gonna get up, try onto the bed, and put out my arms for him to pick me up and hug me one last time.
Arabian Hound goes and embraces you, Mac, and gives you a big hug, and he says, "Until we meet again, Mac McGilliglace. There we go, McGilliglace. Yes."
I say to him, oh, "You can just call him a Mac. You know that."
He nods.
And I get up and or get off, and the hug, get up and walk towards the door. And like do that whole like movie thing where like you hold the door and you look at the person for a bit too long, and then you just close it, and then I'll walk away.
So you come downstairs to Gruck chowing down on food.
I'll just sit beside him, and I'm not ordering anything. I'll just sit beside him for a little bit to see him chow down.
Okay.
No. We will just, said our goodbyes. Oh, well, thank you so much. And I picked the giant syrup and literally just unscrewed the top and just let it fall on it.
God damn, he has a sweet tooth.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a hefty dude too, so for a halfling. Halfling. And I'll just start chowing down at him with him.
Okay. we will go to Shantor. Shantor, what are you? Are you with the rest of the group also eating breakfast?
Yeah, I'll go eat breakfast. Sounds like what I would do.
Okay, and Tobu?
Sleeping in a little bit before, our adventures take off.
Okay. So lastly, we have Cinny and Judge. Judge, you said you're going to report to Davra, and Cinny, you said you're going to go to, directly to Brunor.
Yes. For me, for my part.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that right now. I'm going to change this to the Iron Tabernacle. So you head towards like the same like alleyway or the general area that you think you were going down last time, Judge. But you look around and you see that a lot of this area seems unfamiliar. When then you notice a like in one of the alleys, a reflection is being shined in your eyes.
And so Judge is just walking by and like kicking rocks, and he's like, "Stupid dumb Tobu! Ugh, I'm so small, but I have a big mouth."
Oh my god.
Judge is butthurt.
Very knowledgeable person who cares about his books.
Judge
Oh,
keeps
man.
a cool demeanor in the party, but out of the party, he can't hang.
So as you're walking, kicking rocks, Judge, you notice like somebody is consistently like flashing a bright reflection into your eyes.
And then as I'm brewing, I'm like, "Oh, you know what else isn't helping? Is that goddamn light!" And he's gonna just turn towards that light.
So you approach the alleyway, and as you approach the reflection like turns off, and you continue walking into the darkness. When a cloaked figure, like without you noticing, starts walking right next to you, and then increases their pace, and then steps in front of you, and then leads you down to the same area that you went down last time.
Oh, I appreciate you keeping pageantry sweet and short. On to it.
So you get led down into the same area, into the room, and the person knocks on the door a couple times, and you hear coming from the opposite side of the door, "Come in," as Davra instructs you to enter the door, or enter the room, Judge.
Alright, I greet her, and I say, I toss over a pouch of coins, like, as is our deal.
She takes the coins, and you see her like count it, and then say, "My 600 gold already. What by
90 gold.
90 gold.
No. She said 600 gold.
Oh,
Pray tell, what treasure did the party earn already?"
no, we got funded. We're winning over all these alliances.
She nods her head and says,
Because of my charm.
She smiles and says that it seems like the Abyss Watchers may prove to be quite the lucrative endeavor.
You can call it what it is. I really don't care. I just want to kick some demon ass.
She nods her head and she says, "Pray tell, Judge, how did you acquire the wealth? Was it just the investments from one of the alliances? Which alliance was it?"
I fill her in on everything, and then I tell.
Even the fact that he's trying to sell the information.
No, I tell her.
That's exactly
No.
where the gold came from.
No, I tell her that he just funded it, and that's all she needs to know. And then I whip out the parchment and I change.
Can you say okay, Joe? Can you say can you explain what you're gonna tell her? Like, can you actually say how you're explaining it, just so I don't misinterpret it?
Like, well, from what I remember, we're just giving you info on our adventures, so we'll keep that on a need to know basis. But As far as immediate concerns go, I found this, and I'm gonna toss the parchment towards her.
So when you say that, or when you were talking, you see her expression go from cool to like irritated very quickly, and then as soon as you throw the parchment, you see that she becomes distracted, and she looks at the parchment and opens it up. And as you are watching her read it, you see that her face becomes like visibly angry, like very, very angry. And as she like finishes reading it, you see her hands are like shaking a little bit, and she puts the parchment on the ground, or on the table, and says, "Thanks for this information, Judge. You may leave."
He gives you permission.
And I thought I was hard to like. You haven't been making friends, huh?
Davra says, she replies back and says, the Zentarum chooses their friends. And you get the impression that that was kind of like a veiled threat. Not like an actual threat, but like kind of like a don't cross her type of threat.
Well, it would be nice to know who to expect. You know, to only assure that our mission's success. I don't like surprises.
All right, let's see a persuasion roll.
Use inspiration. Damn it!
So she's going to reply back to you and say that not sure if this has been already surmised by your group, but it's clear that one of the factions in the Underdark are causing issues for us.
Yeah.
And then she says that she withholds additional information and says that if you find any other information regarding the Drow, be sure to send it forward.
Any information regarding the Drow. So this is Drow, eh?
So when you ask that, she says the name of one of the guards outside, and the door opens, and then she says, "We're done here." And the guard like walks up to you, beginning to escort you out.
All right. I do love our nightly chats, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. And Cinny.
Yeah.
You are trekking over to the throne where Bruno is, with the body of a dwarf over your shoulder. So as you're walking through the city, you notice a bunch of people are like giving you weird looks, but nobody has bothered to like say anything.
As I walk through the town, I'm gonna say, no need to bother. This guy just got his abyss watched. No worry, folks.
So, yeah. Granted, given your reputation, nobody has bothered to actually like say anything to you. They just assume what you're doing is necessary. And granted, how much chaos has been happening in Gauntlgrim just in general, it's kind of just another day. It's just another Tuesday.
Oh, some abyss watchers dragging a dead body through town again.
So you enter the throne room with Brunner in it, and you can see him like leaning to his side, talking to one of his dwarven advisors when you enter the throne room.
Okay, I'm gonna approach the throne and just drop the dude in front of him. Like, oh god, what the fuck? What's his name? New douchiest guy. Aravian was
Hey now.
attacked in his quarters right as we are leaving our discussion with him by this fella right here.
He's gonna. So Bruder is gonna like lean forward in his throne, and then he's going to walk down to the corpse, and he's gonna kick it to the side to reveal the face of the Dwergar, and he's going to like squat and lean, looking closely at the Dwergar, and he's going to say to you, Cinny, that well, whoever hired him was clever enough to at least hire a dwarf. Granted. And he like kicks the body and says, "A Dwergar is not the same as a mountain dwarf," but he shrugs his shoulders and says that I'm sure for whatever nefarious deeds were required of him were thwarted by the Abyss Watchers.
As far as I know, they managed to pin him down, and the coward offed himself before we could really glean any information from him. We did find a note that was written in very crude Dwarvish that implies that there's a faction in the Underdark meaning to sow dissent on the surface.
You see like a small expression of concern wash over Brunor's face, and he says to you, "This is indeed troubling." And then he begins pacing the in front of his throne and says that I'm not sure what faction would gain from I'm not sure what faction in the Underdark would gain from sowing dissent among the surface dwellers. And then he begins pacing faster and says that I'm curious if there is any connection with this and the rampaging demon lords.
I don't know. He did have a Drowcraft weapon, so those are my first suspects, the group's first suspects.
So Brunor, you see like Brunor get visibly like angry when you say that. He clenches his gauntlet and says that the damn Drow in the Underdark, giving a bad name to all elves alike.
Yeah, they really suck. On the plus side, we were able to help Aravian, and he swore more than he initially offered in allegiance to the party. Everyone, as of right now, all of the factions have given some kind of allegiance to the Abyss Watchers in our endeavors. So we have that positive going our way, at least.
You see him, Bruno, like puff out his chest a little bit, and you see like his kind eyes look you up and down, and he smiles and says that I knew that you lot were more than capable of it. And then he like kind of takes a jab at the Lord's Alliance and says that I was most concerned about the Lord's Alliance giving their assistance to this endeavor. They seem to be the most difficult to work with.
I wasn't overly enthusiastic. Shantor and I patched him back together after he was attacked, but he's okay for now. He's sending his bard Mac with us on our adventure, as well as a couple other of his guards.
So Bruno is going to nod and say that on that note, and then he kicks the Dwergar on the ground again and says that an attack in bedchambers, Drow-crafted weaponry, and he shakes his head and says that it's more likely than not that this is some sort of Drowish ploy.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the best relationship with the Drow at the moment, so it would not surprise me. Just a bunch of troublemaking turds anyway.
Well, he when he says that, or when you say that, he's going to laugh and say, keep in mind, however, I have also met my fair lot that are worth having discourse and sharing an ale with. And you could see him like look off into the distance, kind of lost in a train of thought as he says that.
Do I know about him and what's his name, or just like do I know that they traveled together, or do I just know
Let's
that?
see a history check.
Okay. Did I forget you? Oh yeah, that's okay.
Only the most iconic character in all of
Spicy
D&D.
20s from Cine this year.
Wow,
That's great.
Cindy.
Nice.
So yes, you do know that Brunor is of the notable people that you're thinking about. You know that he's either talking about Drizzt or Jarlaxle.
I'll say that missing Drizzt.
He's going to smile as he hears the name and says and nods and says that. Granted, he was a little difficult to get along with in the beginning, and then he like looks around and puts out his arms and says that, but Clan Battlehammer wouldn't be able to reclaim Gauntlgrim had it not been for Drizzt.
I left an unlikely new friend back down in the Underdark too. I share your sentiments of missing a close friend.
Foster father.
Bruno nods his head and says, unfortunately, we also sent summons for Drizzt here in Gauntlgrim about the dealings in the Underdark. And then he shakes his head and says, but the dealings that Drizzt is going through now, well, there's degrees of perils in Faerun. And he winks at you when he says that.
Just another day in Faerun for him then.
He nods and says that there is always the right hero for the right job and the right adventure.
I'll look him over and say, well, I can't really think of anything more noteworthy to tell you. I just wanted to let you know what had happened in your city. I'm gonna go back and join my party if you don't need anything from me.
He's gonna nod and and right as you turn around to leave, Bruno is going to say one last thing to you, and as he interjects, he says, "City, before you leave, I just want to let you know that keep in mind what your goals are, and if there is any cautionary tale about the people I've worked with in the Underdark, is that the people you may work with may be your enemies now or even your enemies in the future, but if they help you towards your goal, they may be the necessary evil."
Oh, well, remind me when we get back. I'll tell you a story about this bard I traveled with. We can have a big discussion on necessary evils.
He was not evil.
So Bruno is gonna nod and says, "I eagerly await the tale," as he turns back around and sits on the throne.
I slowly start to make my way out of his chambers. I give the Dwergar a kick on my way out and make my way back towards the party, or where we were. Like our. Actually, I'm gonna go to the tavern. That's where I'm gonna go.
Okay. So, we'll say several hours have passed now throughout the day. Everybody is sort of going about doing similar things to each other, with each other, either drinking, eating, talking with townsfolk. We'll say that around noonish or so, around lunchtime, everybody gathers together towards the tavern at the Rusted Pickaxe to have themselves lunch as the morning comes to a close.
Yeah. Ugh. What you guys gonna get for lunch? Thinking a good quail of some sort.
So Judge is going to be reading the Morning Gazette, and he's going to be like, yeah, so we're going to be dealing with Drow again. And he's not going to even fold his paper down. He's just going to say it out loud at the table.
Like you say that while you keep reading,
While
you don't even put your
reading.
paper down.
Yep. Just ignore all social cues and whatever conversation's happening, and I'm just gonna blurt it out. Well, now it's just confirmed.
I'll give the Cliff that's I told Brunor when I spoke with him, and he seems to think we're on the right track too. So
like, man, you guys seem pretty hostile today.
And then I'm gonna let my Gazette slowly fold down, and be like, "Have you dealt with Drow, Nevin?"
I dealt with the Shadow Elf once, but he's a bit hard to deal with. But yeah, not Drow specifically.
These Drow are crafty and unbelievably annoying, and I do not look forward to dealing with them. And I'm gonna fold my paper back up.
I mean, he's not a Drow, but no. Wait. When did you do that?
I pull out my notepad. And write this down.
I don't remember you skinning them alive. Oh, okay. I mean, Nevin would probably believe it. He's like, he's an orc, he's a savage. It's probably what happened.
Well, he doesn't say that, but
No, that's what he's thinking.
But I love Boomer Nevin. Like, well, I'm not really surprised. You're type really into that shit.
I'm gonna look at Tobu as ask him if he's had a chance to talk to Morista yet.
Oh, I guess I should go find her.
I mean, everybody else is on board one way or another.
I can
Yeah,
accompany you to make sure you have your head on straight.
You better, because
I'm sorry. Do you need help talking to the girl, Tobu? Judge is stay with the spur.
I glare at Judge.
90 gold to a girl? What did you do?
And the judge is gonna go, we gave a girl 90 gold. We'll go back to reading my paper.
I'm gonna.
Wait, Toby, what are you wearing right now?
That's a little personal.
What's Tobu in the game wearing?
Close. Tunic.
I wish you just said socks. Like just socks.
Cindy's gonna take his cloak off and hem it up fold it up like 3 feet. Put it around him. There you go. You can't go looking like crap here.
I'll say Nevin's gonna use prestidigitation and clean Tobu's clothes really quick.
I mean, that wasn't necessary, but thank you, I guess.
That look nice.
Nice. Pretty cloak with a big bunch on the bottom.
If any of his clothes are like ripped or anything, I'll use mending on it to help stitch it back.
It's like Pretty Woman.
But like, you gotta make.
I mean,
sure
like, I'm trying to get her assistance. I'm not trying to get into bed with her.
You never know what's gonna happen. Life comes at you fast, Tobu.
Right?
Don't let the lady.
No, come with me. It'll be fine. I mean, I do need some backup just in case. She might.
In case she might have friends.
Do you?
Have you ever been with a dwarf?
Do you know how to speak Dwarvish?
They might have to double team this.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to do something about that smell too.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Rude.
Grok, do you know how to speak Dwarvish at all? Oh, maybe Matoba, you want a man that can speak Dwarvish as well and keep you on the.
Yeah, we're walking out.
Alright.
Let's go.
Best of luck. Make sure he keeps the eyes on the prize.
All right.
Okay.
So as you guys exit, you realize that you have literally no idea where you're going.
I thought you knew.
Who just knows where her bedchamber is?
That seems like the most reasonable thing to do to me.
All right, you guys spend about half an hour traveling to his throne room from where you guys are at. You get to the throne room and you see Brunor sitting there, like talking with one of his advisors, and the corpse of a Dwergar in front of his throne.
Slow to clean shit up, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I pointed at that guy and I'm like, at the corpse on the floor, I was like, hey, he died in my arms. Anyway, King Bruner, do you know where we might find, what is her name?
Morista?
Morista.
Malcolm.
It's literally in the notes in our sheets.
Oh my god.
So Brunor nods and says that her dwelling is in the Iron Tabernacle, and he names off like a area that you could find it, and describes the building style.
Perfect.
And says that it's very difficult to miss it. She lives in one of the best dwellings in the Iron Tabernacle.
Does he also describe the room and layout of it all?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
I'm thinking about asking a question, but I don't know if I can ask that, tactfully. If we were to bring her a gift, what should we bring? Should we ask Bruner? I remember seeing him, being very chatty with her, if you know what I mean. Perfect. Okay, we head off.
Okay. You head off and you go to the general area where Marista's at, and you look at the the building, and you see that the building described is noticeably nicer than some of the other buildings in the area. This is one of the ones that have been renovated recently. As you go to the front, you knock on the door, and you see that Marista opens the door, and she answers.
Hello.
One sec, I gotta go there too. She sees... I'm pretty sure you guys are talking common right now, unless you... I'm assuming common unless you specifically say Dwarvish.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak common for Greg's benefit.
Okay. So you open the door and you enter the, or you open it, or she opens the door, and she sees Matobu and Gruk, and she looks at the both of you and says, how could I be of assistance?
I just have this huge, big, stupid smile across my face, and I don't say anything.
She nods her head. And,
Hi, I'm Matobu.
Oh my god.
She meekly smiles at you, Matobu, and she like steps to the side and says, "Well, come in, come in." as as you come in, you see like that this place is kept really nicely. Her lodgings are really well kept. She follows behind you as she goes to one of the barrels in the living room and pours three tankards of ale and sits down across the table from the both of you. And she holds up the tankard and says, "To Guantelgrim."
Same thing. I'm doing it.
And as she like drinks the ale, she like downs all of it and puts down and slams down an empty tankard on the table, and then leans back in the chair and says, "Well, how can I help you?"
We're looking for soldiers or resources, equipment, anything that you can provide that you think would help us.
You see her. You see that she's listening very like intently on everything that you're saying, and then she leans back forward. Wow! Apparently, my phone thinks I said Siri. So she leans forward in her chair, and then she nods and says, I believe in King Brunor's cause, and I believe that ye lot are the right people to handle it. There is, however, a degree of politics with regards to the Emerald Enclave unloading its members in the assistance of various causes. The Emerald Enclave, stretched thin as it is trying to thwart the attacks from the depths of Gauntlgrim. We cannot just send its members on any mission without a major cause directly relating towards the Enclave. And then she like looks to the side, and then a moment or two passes, and she says, "However, that won't be such an issue, to be frank. You see, one of my scouts, one of my friends, Sladis Vadir, a wood elf, disappeared into the Underdark on the mission of mine. Given the horrors ye have described, I cannot help but imagine that I have sent him to his death. This weight is backbreaking on my conscience. I know it is a long shot, but if Sladis is alive, then chances are he is on a similar path to one ye are about to go on. And the Emerald Enclave will support your cause with two of my scouts, both of which have a vested interest in seeing Sladis returned as well. Just promise me when you get back, she says, just promise me when you come across him that you bring him back in whatever condition he's in." She nods and says that in the same exact exit that you, or the entrance that you guys came in, she goes on to explain that after the Abyss Watchers, you lot all exited from the cavern system nearby, and she describes the area that you guys exited. She says word came to Gauntlgrim, Mithril Hall. She says that word came to Gauntlgrim that this was a path that people can go in and out of the Underdark safely, as all of the other exits and entrances have had scouts sent and none have returned. The Abyss Watchers were the first lot to exit from the Underdark in many months now. And she says that that path through the Mithril Hall is most likely the one where you can find where Sladis may be going. And then she continues and says that, you see, as you may be aware, there is quite a number, or there is quite a bit of information with regards to the Underdark that is of value to us surface folk, especially ones vying to keep what's down below, down below. You see like a little bit of a distress wash over her face, and she says that perhaps I got a little bit excited when I heard that there were several individuals that exited the Underdark. You have to understand, this is the first time in months that there was any notion of people exiting the Underdark. There is a wealth of knowledge and information that could prove incredibly valuable to us in Faerun. That is in the Underdark. And she says that it would, looking back, it would have been wiser to send an expeditionary force rather than send a single person. Similar, and then she like looks to the other side and says, similar to how Brunor is handling this in this circumstance. And you notice that she says Brunor and not King Brunor.
They're dating.
We knew that.
Yeah, a Wood Elf Ranger. Marista nods her head and says that that would be greatly appreciated. You have the Emerald's Enclave assistants and 2 of our scouts on your endeavor.
Oh, that's another 400 experience.
Yes.
So she gets up and goes to one of her drawers and she pulls out a token. And the medallion has the emblem of the Emerald Enclave. If you guys don't know what it looks like, I'll go ahead and post it really quick in Discord. And she pulls out a medallion of the Emerald Enclave, and she hands it over to you, Gruck, and says that anybody that is a member of the Emerald Enclave will have a medallion similar to this one, either around their neck or on their knapsack.
Dang, 2d10 crossbows?
She nods her head and says that we're more than happy to assist the Abyss Watchers along with King Brunor. And then she says, and your assistance with the Emerald Enclave will not go unnoticed.
Matobu thanks her and and sees himself out.
So she gets up to go shake hands with you guys, and as soon as she goes to shake hands with Matobu, the front door of Marista's house is heard like a loud banging several times on the front door, and you can hear from the outside that a guard on the outside is yelling, "Marista! Marista Malkin!" And Marista's like a confused expression is seen on her face, and then she sighs and goes to her maul, and she grabs her maul and looks to the group and says, "Well, it looks like there's more going on. You're more than welcome to join me if you like." And she goes running outside, and one of the guards is yelling, or says to her that it's the race. They're attacking the Iron Tabernacle again. And she asks the guard to lead the way, and she follows along with him.
Oh, and the rest of the party also got alerted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to. Fortunately,
but I want to murder. Fine. Okay.
well, fortunately, everybody is staying in the Iron Tabernacle together. So the wraiths, yeah, that's where the tavern is at. It's in the central hub.
A guard decided. None of the guards decided to poke into the tavern where all the Abyss Watchers are.
No, they went to the normal defense of the city, which is the Emerald Enclave.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Is there any commotion that can be heard?
Yeah,
outside
are we like alerted somehow? Like, how are we
yes.
alerted?
Yeah, so there are bells that are ringing loudly around the Iron Tabernacle, and you lot in the tavern, you haven't heard these bells ringing before.
And then, so...
It's fine.
Wait, what?
That tries to assure everybody it's fine. This happens once in a while. It's like a drill.
So yeah, so cut to the bar scene, and Judge is like, I just don't know where he gets it from. I thought we were cool, but all of a sudden he's got a big mouth on him, you know.
You know what it is? I'm telling you, women will do that to you. That's how it always is. Good men fall to women all the time.
You know what? You're right, Mac. He's lashing out, and he's taking out on his buddy.
So as soon as you say that, Judge, the tavern door bursts open, and Tobu and Gruck are both there.
Well.
Look.
What he said.
Problems.
I'm gonna run out the door, and I'm gonna grab my cloak off Tobu's back on the way out.
Okay. As you guys run, you head towards where a bunch of the commotion is coming from, and you enter a bunch of ruins of the Iron Tabernacle, and you see Marista Malkin standing there, having just swung her warhammer or her maul through one of the specters as it yelps and dies. And she sees the Abyss Watchers coming up behind her, and she looks around and says, "About time! I thought you lot forgot about me." And she smiles.
Well, one of us didn't.
The party needs to roll for initiative.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, Marista. I was just really feeling my burger that I got in there.
Really feeling my burger.
Oh, what the fuck? Dude, I am gonna roll so many nat ones in combat.
Can we do a shift click?
6 nat 20s out of combat in the last 2 sessions.
Or do we have... I can't see.
Right.
We're up in the top right corner.
Oh,
You can't see, Tobu?
I can see. Never mind. I was lying to you.
Okay. You need to select your token and roll again, Cindy.
Oh.
No, we'll take your roll.
Oh, I
but-
didn't select mine either.
Oh, there we go. That's weird. I'm kind of weird
yeah.
to click in this corner. There we go.
Tobu can't see because he's blinded by love.
God.
Blinded by love.
Tobu got a 16 originally.
Yeah, that.
Okay. One sec.
Also, one sec. I gotta close my window.
Correct. Don't you have something with advantage or initiative-wise, or am I mistaken? Okay, cool. Just making sure.
One moment.
It's okay. There's no
Sorry, Mac.
enemies. I don't see anybody.
Stupid son.
All right. Cinny, you're up first.
So, I'm correct.
Oh,
I'm
hold on.
being
I need
the
to
enemy.
roll. Hold on. I need to roll one for Marissa Malk.
Oh, is she fighting with us?
She is.
I thought she was just eye candy.
I'm gonna say to her, "Did you get the last one? I don't see anything."
I'm gonna BRB 1 minute.
Marissa says that she laughs and says, "No, that was the 9th one."
Oh goodness.
Just have fun flashbacks to Jim Jar. All right, I will move right here, I guess, and I will lag super bad. Whoa,
Yeah, I'm lagging super bad too, actually.
right here, and then I will, I guess, hold my action to attack if an enemy enters my attack. Oh, I see one. Oh, I see a bunch of them now. Okay, cool. So I will still do the thing I said I was going to do, and then I will spend a key point to dodge as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that is that.
All right. So now it's my go, and what's my movement here?
Infinity ghost steps.
Yeah, I mean.
I thought this was a bad
There's people that are
Oh,
like.
what is that? That's spooky as fuck.
All right, that's all this creature can do.
I
You
don't
thought the lantern was a bad guy?
Oh, that's like, oh, I was like, I thought it was like a corpse or something, because I couldn't see anything around this corner. There's like no enemies as far as I knew.
I still don't see anything.
And now it's Gruck's turn.
You
What?
to move your one thing.
No, you right click. You right click, so you hold left click, and then you right click every time you want it to. Yeah.
You gotta come round the bend. You'll see all kinds of stuff. I can see at least 3 stuffs.
All right. And these guys go now.
Backstory.
So this goes straight over here. Dashes there, and then hold on. This.
Ah!
Everybody should be able to see that now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What does it look like?
So this looks like a ghostly visage of a dwarf with a horrified expression on its face and like parts of its body missing. It's basically like a ghostly image.
No. Maybe it's nice.
And it goes over to Cinny, and then it swipes at Cinny with its.
Do I get
oh,
my-
sorry, it doesn't.
Do I get my attack first, or does it?
You
does
do
it
get
first?
your attack first since it moved in melee range of you.
Whoopah.
And that is a hit.
And then Gruck.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to stun and ghost, so I'm just not even going to try. I am dodging when it does attack, so that's just
Okay. It's going to then attempt to swing at you with its like long finger, like abruptly long fingers, with an 18. And
with disadvantage.
oh no, not with disadvantage. Let's see.
Okay.
With disadvantage, it's a 17.
Oh, still hits.
So okay. So the strike attacks you, Cinny, and it deals 9 necrotic damage, and you need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Oh god, here comes the turd. Yeah, it wouldn't have hit me if I had my shield guardian.
And you're completely fine as you rebuff the effect of its necrosis.
Is Gruck gets his attacks too, doesn't he?
Yes, Gruck does get his attack. That is a hit.
Dude, I
The
got
creature
deflect
is
missiles. Go away.
bloodied.
Oh man, these specters are pussies.
And
Oh gosh.
That's in that
This
calculator
one-
from Final Fantasy.
this can actually reach you, Cinny, from here. And it's also going to swing at you.
It has disadvantage as well.
Okay, so the first one's going to miss, so it misses its attack. And then one more's turn. Where are you? There you are. This one goes straight to Gruck.
Uh-oh.
Here, let me actually, so you guys, do you actually see which way it comes from?
It came
Yeah,
from a building.
comes
Looks
from the,
like.
yeah.
Okay, so you see like the direction that it comes from, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't
it
just
came
appear.
this way.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to do that from now on so you guys can see. So this, it looks like it just phases through all of the buildings and comes straight to Gruck.
You gotta burn down the buildings.
And it's going to attack you, Gruck.
Right?
Exactly.
15. So, okay. And now it's Mac's turn.
Alrighty. This is a little bit of a predicament. I'm going to snuggle my way through Shantor, underneath them, of course. So that's 10. Am I allowed to go up on this? It looks.
Yeah, you can go up it.
Alright,
So it's a little bit more elevated. We'll say to go over here, it'll put you at like plus 5 feet. Well, right here, this circle right here.
Okay.
There you go. You're 5 feet higher, but it takes 5 feet of movement to get up there.
Alright, so this will be 5, 10, 20. That's my full movement right there. As my action, I'm going to look at this ghost right here. Be like, hey! You're looking pretty disgusting with that hair of yours. And I'm gonna try to cast Vicious Mockery at it.
And it fails with a 10.
Alright, get ready for this D4. Oh, okay, 4 damage.
Holy moly.
So, disadvantage on their next attack.
Okay, and we need an icon for disadvantage, guys. How about...
Sad face. That's how.
Sad face. It's gotta be sad face.
No, this one, it can't be the sad fate. That's half heart for disadvantage. Okay, we can do that.
I'll be right back. Keep those.
Okay, so that's the disadvantage icon. All right, that has disadvantage. Is that your turn, Mac?
That was my action, and for my bonus action, I'm going to take out my pipe. start filling it up. I'm going to be casting a Shield of Faith, but I'm going to is it heighten or is it twin spell it? So I'm going to use since the level 1 spell.
So it's a concentration, Mac. You can only have one.
Oh, that's correct. My apologies. I did not see the concentration until the last second. I'm just gonna put that on. Then I'm gonna put that on. I'm just gonna cast it one time onto Cine.
Okay.
Cine currently has +2 to AC. Thank you. I totally did not see the con.
All right.
And then that will be my turn.
Okay. And then this creature is going to go over here. It's not going to be able to attack Cine, but it'll move here.
Oh gosh.
And then this creature will move here. It's not going to be able to attack Cine. And now it's Tobu's turn.
All right.
Wait, what does that new creature look like?
So this creature you mean?
The one right above Cine.
Yeah, so that creature, it looks like a it's also dwarven looking, also ghostly in its appearance, but it seems a little bit more solid. It's just a little less opaque than the other one, or more opaque than the other one. So, but you could still see through it, and it seems to have like a noble crown over its head.
Okay, Mount Tobu's going to rage. He is going to look over at Morista and say, "This is for you."
Oh God!
Hey, that's a hit. And
Second
with
one.
advantage, it's still a miss.
Yeah.
The first one's a hit.
Sweet.
All right. Now this creature.
I'll be right back in a minute.
This creature goes over here,
Jesus.
and it's going to pass through Cine, and Cine is going to take a 5 force damage. Cine, are you here? Okay, make a note for it. Okay. And then this creature is going to go to here. And it's going to swing at you, Tobu.
This is some pretty chill music for battle, just, you know.
This is chill?
Am I hearing something wrong? Because this is super chill on my thing.
Fight Club.
What the heck?
Yeah, now it's how about a round of Gwent, which is also pretty intense.
Wait, why am I hearing something completely different?
I don't know.
I don't know. Tobu, this creature goes to you.
Oh, now I
behind
hear it.
you, swings at you, but misses.
Yay!
Cine, are you back? No, he's not. All right, Nebin, it's your turn.
All right. How much movement does this guy have? No,
Holy
Well,
moly!
why the hell would I tell you that?
that's how I'm fucking around.
Cine, you took 5 force damage.
Oh yeah.
Fucking who did this turd attack me? The guy behind me?
No, this creature passed through you and did 5 force damage to you as it passed through you.
You also have +2 to your AC because of Shield of Faith on you right now.
I'm going to.
Sorry, I had to go make sure that Rain didn't drown in the bathtub, and it takes me forever to move anywhere with my bum leg.
Right here. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Which guy? This guy?
Yeah, the weird looking one.
Okay, let's see it.
Second.
That's a hit.
Awesome. He has moved back 10 feet.
You see that your force damage, while it does do damage to it, it seems to just stand there as the force passes through it.
Oh, you cheater.
Yeah, he's a cheater.
Also a hit.
That's 1 for or the actual damage. It sucks. He can move 20 feet less, regardless.
Okay.
And I guess it's my turn.
All right, now it's Marista's turn, and she is going to move right here, and she's going to swing twice on the being in between Gruck and her. One of them hits, and the second one with advantage also hits, 21 and 18, dealing a total of
82 damage.
16 damage. The creature is very bloodied. And now it is... Where are you? There you are. This creature goes here.
Oh, gosh.
And now it's Judge's turn.
Time to drop a fireball on Sydney, Judge.
I believe in one of our party members.
You want a fireball?
Dude, fireball me. I'm fine.
Dude, just fucking hit me. Do it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna fireball here.
You're going to fireball
our ally?
Matobu, Marista, and Cindy?
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Wait, what? I thought you were kidding. Or I thought you said.
No,
It's
I'm talking about Marista. Don't you dare hurt her.
Well, it's all or nothing, dude.
All right, YOLO.
Scooch it. What's the deck save?
Oh, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna Blade Song. Oh, sorry. The deck save is 15.
You're also going to have to roll the damage.
Oh, right.
0 for Cindy. How about that evasion?
Isn't it half?
That is the lowest
worst roll.
fireball I've ever seen.
8d6? What the heck?
Don't even bother saving, guys.
What's the
I'm so embarrassed right now.
Oh my god.
Just
Okay.
Oh, DC? Okay.
Let's see.
to answer you, Shantor, with the thing I got last level, I automatically take half, and if I save it, take none.
So this creature survives, even though it's very bloodied.
I feel like an idiot right now.
This creature also survives, or takes the damage and is not bloodied. This creature fails and takes the full damage and is now bloodied. This creature passes. This creature also passes and is now very bloodied. This creature passes. This creature passes.
These fucking rolls.
And this creature fails.
Oh,
It
God,
must
these
be
are
very
some dexterous
dexterous.
ghosts. Yeah.
And is bloodied. Alright, that's all of them. And is that your turn, Judge?
Yeah, I cast Blade Song, and I'll put myself right here as well.
Oh, hold on. Marista got hit by that. And
No, she didn't.
She fails and takes the full
We
damage.
just formed an alliance with you. Here's a fireball.
Oh no! All 16 damage. Our alliance was shaky to begin with. If 16 damage is all it takes to break it apart.
So you see that she takes like the full damage of the fireball, and you get the, or you can see that she seems kind of irritated from that.
I mean, I think most people would be pretty irritated by being caught in a fireball.
Hey, it's me, Judge from the party. Remember?
All right. So this creature is gonna go. Ooh, this is good. We'll do this. So this creature goes here, passes through Matobu, through Marista, and through Judge.
Fucking rude.
Yeah, he did. All of those people that it passed through take 6 force damage.
Fuck.
Time to roll for
I
concentration.
can't resist that.
Oh wait, no, I don't have one.
All right. And that's that guy's turn. And now it's this guy's turn. Oh, I can't reach. This is as far as it can go. I don't know if anyone can see that. And Shantor, it's your turn. Ooh.
I will summon the Guardians, and I will heal Marist.
Okay.
For 12.
Oh, nice. You see a bunch of the scorched marks on her skin and her body begin to heal themselves as you see her stature strengthen.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. This creature goes.
Okay, sorry, I'm back again. 12 heal for me.
No, that's for Marista.
Oh, okay.
So this creature is going to go here. It's going to enter your Spectral Guardian. So it's
Bring
got to
it.
save.
It's a Guardian of Faith, not Spectral.
Sorry, Guardian of Faith. And it fails with a 10.
20 damage.
It is very bloodied. Oh, yeah, well, basically very bloodied. And it passed through you, Tobu, to get there, so you take 8 force damage.
God damn it! I can't resist that either. This is destroying my EHP, Simaf. I hate it.
Now this creature goes, and it actually can't reach, so it'll go as far as it can. It'll go here. And now it's Cindy's turn again.
Cindy's going to once again think to himself whether or not he has overplayed his hand or not. I am going to turn around and attack the guy between Tobu and I with advantage.
Okay. That is a hit.
I'm going to try and stun him against my better judgment.
All right.
Oh, I know.
That creature is bloodied, and as soon as you attempt to stun it, you see that it like swirls around and like seemingly flexes as your initial inhibition is correct. Not inhibition. Fuck, what's the word that starts with I?
Intuition.
Intuition. Thank you. Your intuition is correct.
All right, I'll look him in the eye and say, "Oh, I guess I'll just have to kill you then," and attack him.
Okay. With advantage, that's a hit.
Alright, and then I will use Flurry for 2 more attack.
That is also a hit.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to make it so that he cannot take reaction.
Okay. What does he save?
Nothing. He can't save against it.
Oh, well, he cannot make reactions.
Okay, and then I will attack him one more time.
Ooh, that's a hit. And the creature is very bloodied now.
Alrighty, and then I will just end my turn then, since he's immune to all my jiggery pokery.
Okay. All right. Now it's this creature's turn, and it's going to go right here. And it's going to attack you, Tobu, with advantage.
Hey, it's
yeah.
gonna make
Oh,
a
it does have-
save first.
Ha! What
It failed.
20 damage.
Okay. And then it swings at you, Tobu, with a melee attack.
Okay.
For 19.
That'll hit.
So it deals a total of... Oh boy, here we go. Finally a hit. It deals a total of 18 necrotic damage.
Oh.
And your max HP is reduced by that damage.
Oh no!
Wow.
So just make a note of what your max HP is. And your max HP is now 18 minus that.
Is that a temporary
Yup.
effect?
Gruck, it's your turn.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. All right. Okay. That is a hit. Your first hit kills it. Okay, and the second one hits it, and you can see that it's now very faint in its being, as it's barely there. All right.
So
It's not your turn. It's not your turn yet, Mac.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I was looking up the twin spell situation on concentration. It says all it states is that if it's up to you though to decide what it comes to, but when it says that it targets a person with your concentration, it doesn't say that you cast the spell twice. It just says that you add, yeah, you just add a second person to it in a sense. So also Jeremy Crawford says it's up to the DM to decide if they want that basically, but.
Jeremy Crawford says yes. Mike Merrill says it's up to the DM.
Yeah. So it's up to you completely.
I use Witch's Bolt, a twin cast in a Goose campaign. It's a concentration.
Yeah. So from what I'm okay, well, from what I'm reading, since it doesn't cast 2 spells, it just adds an additional target. I could see a reason to allow it, so I think we'll go ahead and allow it then. Who's your second target you would like for it?
It was Guruk that was puckering his butthole.
Okay.
Butt cheeks, yeah. So he just has the +2. Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, I picked that spell just to twin spell on people. So
How long?
You're an Abyss Watcher now. It's called Closing Your Abyss.
Oh, closing your abyss. Alrighty.
Do I have that +2 AC as long as he's running the concentration then?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking spaghetti. I need it.
Yeah, I'll let
I
you
could
know.
have 21, you know, if...
I could have had 21.
So this creature now is going to go over here, and it's going to pass through Matobu, Marista, Gruck, and Mac, dealing 5 force damage to each of them.
Huh. That is rude.
Fuck.
And 50.
50%.
That's a concentration check right there.
For 5 damage.
Well, I'm really glad that I lost some permanent HP. Otherwise,
Ah, you failed that.
Or did I? Because I'm going to use my... Where is it? For my Divine Soul. Where is it? 1 second.
Aren't you also a halfling?
Fuck.
I am. Did I roll?
No, as a halfling, don't you get to... Oh, it's only when you roll an at one.
It's when it's an at one.
So
Oh,
you can
okay.
be favored by the gods, and I can add a 2d4 to that.
Okay.
I'm
So it passes no matter what.
Yeah, so that's my one thing for that yet. So I keep hold of it. I'm like, oh no.
All right. Now it is this creature's turn, and it is going to swing once at you, Cinny, with advantage. Not with advantage. Let me re-roll that. Oh, it's also the start of its turn.
So it gets nuked by the angel.
Correct. And it fails, so it deals 6 damage to it, as that's what its HP was at. You hear that, Shantor? So it dealt 6 damage.
I turn around, it gets ready to swing at me and just dies.
Yes. That's exactly what happens.
Fucking dork.
Now it's this creature's turn, and it is going to swing at... Or it's going to start its turn now. And it... Dex check? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
14, so it fails. How much damage, Shantor?
This should be 20 if it still has damage left.
Yeah, that'll be... If it hit 14, that's it. That's the full 60.
How much damage is it?
Should be full 20.
Yes.
So does it?
No, it's
can
not
it
always
go-
full 20.
Can it go above the 60, or can it only
No,
do up to 60?
60 is max. Yeah, so that's why I
So
said
then-
it, this one's
So then
up
it hits
6.
for 14. Yeah, so
Okay.
it hits.
It's very bloodied. And now it swings at Cinny.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
AC now.
14, it misses. And now it is this creature's turn, and it is going to swing at Gruck once for 16.
The first attack is with disadvantage, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, so it misses. And now it's Mac's turn.
Alrighty. Seeing this little spirit by me, I'm a little scared. I'm going to keep my composure, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on both Matobu and Cinny. I'm gonna twin spell it. Oh wait, I see her health. Okay, let's change that. Nah, she's a lady. Never mind, she can hold her own.
Oh no!
So this is
Just
gonna
accurate things post right here.
this is gonna be on Matobu first, and then the
Red
second-
pilled.
Yeah, second one's gonna be on City,
Thank you.
and that was my twin.
Cindy got
spells.
more. He favored
Yeah, right.
Cindy.
Yeah, I mean he you know.
Bahamut
not
shines down
eyeballing.
on me.
Yeah,
He's
not
not eyeballing women.
her. Yeah, and then fuck. You know what? Actually, I'm pretty sure this is a bonus action.
Yeah, twin or healing word is a bonus action. So you have action still.
Yeah, cool, perfect, thank you. And then for my action, I'm going to say to this one right by me, like, "Oh, you scared me, but it's okay because, and I'm gonna try to vicious mockery it, 'cause,
And it fails with a 4.
and then in the process of catching my wording, I want to be like, because you can't score a little halfling like me, and I try to buff myself up, and it takes that 1 point of psychic damage. Ooh, it's psychic.
Yeah, it does the full damage.
Okay. And then that will be my turn. So it has disadvantage on its next attack, and
Okay. It is now this creature's turn, and it's going to attack Cindy with advantage.
It's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
Obliterate me.
21.
Marista's only at 35 health.
21 hits.
All right, Cindy, that deals 10 necrotic damage,
Oh,
and your
oh.
max HP is reduced by 10.
Doesn't have to be a
What?
save
I
throw?
thought that was this
Oh,
guy.
sorry. Let me see a con saving throw of 10.
Oh, god, sorry. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Yeah, I was saying like these just skipping the Constitution saves.
Okay, you're fine. You rebuff the necrosis.
oh
Okay.
gosh.
Oh, your turn.
Motobu looks around, visibly aggravated that he does not have advantage on any of his enemies.
I did, and then he died. Dude, just super rage. It's time.
No, I don't get the
You should
third
move
attack
right
until
here.
next
You should move
turn.
right- You should move right here, Tobu.
Should move right there and take attacks of opportunity. No,
Only one oh no, it would be two.
Two of them would hit,
it
yeah.
would be 2.
I thought it was only one for a second. I forgot about the guy right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna use reckless attack on this douchebag right here.
Okay, let's
Okay,
see it.
so the first one has advantage.
That is a hit.
Second one does not have advantage.
Also a hit.
Oh,
Nice.
The creature is
29.
bloodied.
Okay. I think I am gonna super rage.
yes.
Ooh.
With my bonus action here.
But
Okay.
super raging means you can't use your bonus action to attack.
Sorry.
But no, you would. Well, I mean, yeah, but you can't do a third attack with super rage until because it's a bonus action.
Until next turn. Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh yeah. I thought you were trying to. I was
Yeah.
say if you're trying to do it this turn, that's yeah.
All right. Is that your turn, Tobu?
Yeah, that's my turn. That's it.
Okay. Where is? Did you guys kill that guy already?
I sure hope so.
I hope so too.
No, it's this guy. He's going to attack you, Cindy, with advantage. And 7 misses.
Sure does.
And now it's going to be this guy's turn, and he's going to attack Marista with advantage.
No!
For 6. God, I rolled a 1 and a 2. And it fails. Nebin, your turn.
Move right. Oh god, I still wait. Am I supposed to be able to see better? Because I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. It just was lagging really hard.
Read the room over.
I'm gonna take a page from Judge's book, and I'm gonna pull off a red bead from my necklace and throw it right over here.
Oh boy. Go ahead and draw it.
Oh
What?
god.
Don't you dare kill our NPC. Jesus, sweet, beautiful angel.
I swear to God, Seamoth, if you kill another dwarf chick,
Hey, it's
so
not
pissed at
me.
you.
I have done less damage to her than the party has.
Okay, right there.
You did give her my heal, right, Seaman?
Okay, it'll hit everybody from right here.
Oh, God.
Holy!
Alright.
Is it a deck save?
Yeah,
the
it's
players
it's
first.
deck save 15.
Do you have to hit everybody in the party?
She
kill her.
fails. She fails. Let's see the damage.
Oh, no, I saved for her.
Great.
34.
Oh my gosh, he's alive.
He has 1 health.
Ugh.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Let me kill the ones that are regardless. What is it? 34? What's half of 34? 17? Okay, so this is dead. Oh, God. Hold on. Let me do this instead. This is dead. This is dead.
Nebin, you did it wrong. It's supposed to be 86, not 68.
Oh, you're gonna have to roll that again.
Oh, oops. I thought it was
does more
68.
damage.
Yeah, it should technically be a beneficial, but you rolled pretty high.
I swear to God, if you kill Marista now.
Right.
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, two less.
Alright, so this creature still
God.
dies. This creature may not. Let me roll. It fails, so it dies. This creature also dies. Alright.
Most of all the blade guys die, right? Very bloodied.
For sure all the very bloodied ones die, yeah. Alright. That's almost all of them. Okay. Time to do the... Okay, we'll start this one first. It passes, dealing half, so 16, and now it's very bloodied. We'll do this guy now. It fails, and now it's very bloodied. We'll do this guy now. It fails, and it dies. We'll do this guy now. Ooh, is that a pass or a fail? It rolled a 13, so it fails, and it's fine. I think that's everyone.
32 damage isn't half as helpful as shit.
All right, I'm just gonna delete these guys. I'm gonna clear up the fucking space.
Yeah, all good.
Cindy,
See,
breathes a
I
sigh of
I
relief.
think I got my money worth from that spell to save you guys.
I was.
Marissa
fine.
will remember this.
Yeah, fuck.
Plus?
Yeah, 16 is half.
Yeah, if you pass, you take half.
Nebin saved you guys, and he's gonna end his turn.
What spell did you cast again?
I didn't cast a spell.
Oh. Oh, a bead.
The bead erupted in a giant fireball.
Oh. Oh, okay.
All right. Now it is Marista's turn. She is barely standing on her own 2 feet, but you see her resolve is nonetheless strong, and she steps over here and attacks this guy.
What
Yeah, she
the
didn't
fuck?
go kill the one right next to Toad, was very bloodied.
Because she is smart and goes to where she knows that the healer is at.
That's a good call.
And she swings twice. One of them is a crit. And the second one is a hit. All right, let's roll the crit damage.
Just fucking stands up and obliterates this guy.
One hits for 17. And the second one hits for... Jesus, 11. That creature is now very bloodied.
God, you can't even kill something in one turn. I just killed like 8 in one turn.
Concur.
And now it's Judge's turn.
Okay. Boy. Well. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go right here and attack this creature.
Yep.
You know, I was hesitant at first, but I'm gonna go ahead and
Fireball?
use. You know, I was thinking about I'll Shadow Blade. Use Shadow Blade, and I'll attack him twice.
That's a hit. And also a hit, you kill it.
Sweet. I'm happy I did that. And then I guess
Marissa seems very satisfied and content with that as well.
And then with the rest of my movement, I'll go right here.
Okay.
Aww.
And now it's this being's turn, and it's going to go right to Judge.
Oh, God,
and
another one.
Swing at Judge.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Hold on, let me draw it for you. So it's going to swing at you with advantage, Judge. 17. That's a miss. And now it's Shantor's turn.
I'm gonna heal him first.
Of course
Okay.
you would.
Yeah. Fine.
Jesus.
Independent woman. You shouldn't have gotten in the way.
You know what's funny is if Marissa didn't attack that creature, Judge wouldn't have been able to kill it. Oh, what a heal! Holy shit! Damn! 29! She
For
is
real.
still bloodied, but not very bloodied anymore.
I'm gonna
You
heal
almost
her.
healed her for my entire fireball. She doesn't even remember.
12.
Holy shit, dude. God damn.
Damn! Wow, she is no longer bloodied. And you see her nod at you, Shantor, and a smile comes across her bruised and bloodied face.
Oh shit, making moves.
Gotta secure the allies.
Toby, don't look.
Say your turn, Shantor.
I'll just swap this one.
Gotta make sure the back has advantage. Tickle.
Yeah, I
All
gotta.
right.
Have you ever? Ooh.
So
Interesting. By power.
this creature's going to go over here, and it's going to swing at Tobu with advantage.
Rude.
Fucking things are there. Good God.
That's what I'm actually wondering now. I thought that we killed almost everything.
23.
That'll hit.
Dealing a total of 8. No, not 8. 11 necrotic damage. Oh, yeah, necrotic damage, Tobu, and you need to make a con saving throw of 10.
Oof.
Come on.
Did I
Oh,
not
Jesus.
you need to make saving throw last time?
No, you
I don't
wait.
think you gave
You
me
weren't
that.
attacked. No, yeah, I did.
He didn't
Did
make
I?
a con. He didn't make a
I
con
did
save for
not
this
make a
one.
con-
Oh, you're right. I didn't. Well, it's okay. That knowledge is good enough. You're fine.
Can I roll for the last one?
All right, fine. You can roll for the last one. There you go.
Okay, I
don't wanna roll anymore.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to fail.
No problem. See, it's all within your power.
You
City,
only
your
had
turn.
2 numbers that could have failed, just so you know. A 1 or a 2.
Yep, I'm well aware of that.
A 10% chance.
City, are you here?
It's my turn. I didn't know if your
yeah.
guys' turn.
Wait,
Okay,
isn't it this guy's turn? You skipped him.
No, he
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna
That's
try
cool.
and finish off this guy in front of me.
Let's see it. It's still barely standing. It is not in a good. Okay, it's dead.
And then I will move here, I suppose. And I will use Flurry, turning. There we go. And attack 2 more times.
Okay. That's enough to kill it.
Then I will
Clean up crew city.
fucking for real. I'll move here and I'll attack the guy turning with advantage for Flurry.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okay, and it cannot take a reaction.
All right.
Run away, Tofu.
And now it's Gruk's turn.
You want Tobu, a proud dwarf, to run away in front of Marista? Oh man.
Definitely not going to happen.
Options on the table. No, I can run away if I want that. Just do it. Sharp shot. It's just me and you, Gruk. It's just me and you. Oh.
Cure wounds.
Freaking Ranger heal?
Feed me, Seymour. Oh. Right down the gullet.
4d4 plus 4.
All right. So you use your action, Gruk, to administer the potion on him. Okay.
How many
Let's see.
D-whats do I
Gruk.
roll?
It's
44
plus
plus 4.
4.
There you go. Let's see it, Tobu.
13.
13.
All right.
Sweet. Thanks, Rek.
So it's this creature's turn now, and it's going to swing onto Mac. Wait, does this guy have disadvantage?
Yeah, he just took a...
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, it
did.
does.
I didn't make a note for it, or I didn't
yeah.
make the icon for it. Okay, with disadvantage, it's still unfortunately going to hit with a 17.
Well, you magically see this little shield pop up around Mac.
Oh. As the attack bounces off this magical shield, and then the visage shrieks at you, ending its turn. Mac, it's your turn.
I give a little, yeah, right. I give a little silly, and then I'm going to attempt to walk away from.
Oh my god!
Oh, man.
All right. So just FYI, Mac, you don't have shield now because
know,
it's
I
now
know,
the start
yeah.
of the next turn. Okay. So it rolled a 24.
Oh no.
You're not moving anywhere.
I'll take the hit.
All right. It deals 12 necrotic damage, and you need to make a con saving throw of 10,
Don't film it now. All right.
and you're fine, but you still take the damage. It's still your turn, Mac.
All right, I gotta do the concentration now of it. And
No!
Oh my god!
My AC.
That's hilarious.
Shields are gone.
Yeah.
So your ACs drop by 2.
I'm going to turn around and pull out the Das flute that I'm attuned to now because I slept with it in my
Das
What?
Loot.
Das lute that I slept with inside my chest. I'm going to, I believe it's, yeah, protection from evil and good. I believe I'm gonna on myself
Oh.
because I can touch myself. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm sure you do every night, Oz.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's my action, and then for my bonus action, which I should have technically done, but me being cocky in the situation, I'm going to then do Mantle of Inspiration, which will be going to make it so that certain people will gain 5 temporary hit points. It's going to be Matobu,
Thank you.
Gruk, Cine, and Nebin because he's close to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure when I do this to kind of just like overlook Marista.
Point at
Yeah.
her for a sec and be like, oh.
Yeah. And so basically, you four, if you want to right now, you guys can use your reaction to move away.
Without provoking.
Yeah, without provoking.
Oh.
I can't stand next to here to give Judge advantage, can I?
Where?
I don't know why it's not like pinging.
No, you can't stand here. No, that's inside of a house, or the ruins of a house.
Cindy's gonna stand right where you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am too.
How dare
Okay.
you guys? No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you for the option, though.
Yeah, after doing my little jig, I'm gonna look around to notice that only one person moved and be like, oh, corrected then, and that'll be my turn.
All right, Tobu, you're up.
All right. I gotta go full murder dwarf on this guy. It's gonna
Let's see it.
I'm gonna pretend to be a slayer. I'm gonna channel my inner slayer.
Aw,
And miss.
actually misses. Unfortunate. That's a hit though, and the
That'll
creature is
hit.
very bloodied,
And
and that kills it.
kills it. Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome block.
At this point, I will move to here. And that's my turn.
All right, Nebin, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the one by Judge.
Let's see it.
If you shoot me,
Just gotta go through city first.
That's a hit. Also a hit.
They're literally the lowest damage I can possibly do on both hits.
that is amazing.
Almost as amazing as that fireball.
Too soon.
The guy has 20 feet less movement.
It was
All right.
3 1s, 3 2s.
All right, Nebin. It's now Marista's turn. She's gonna go over here to
And
the.
smash Nebin's head in.
And she's gonna attack that guy twice with advantage. The first one hits, and the second one also hits. Let's roll the damage. Oh God, that's a lot of damage. So the first one hits for 14. The second one hits for 10, and this guy is very bloodied now.
thank God.
Can we call this at the top of initiative? I gotta go squash some avocados.
It might not make it that far, depending on what you guys do. Judge, it's your
Okay.
turn.
Okay, I move right here. And I attack.
That's a hit.
Oh.
Oh, that is a hit. That is bloodied now.
And then.
Also a hit. What the shit?
That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
All right.
I
Did like 50 damage to him. What the fuck?
Did that kill him?
No, it does not.
God damn, he has a lot of health.
All right. Is that your turn, Judge?
Yeah.
So it's gonna, in like a vengeful fury, it's gonna strike back at you, Judge, with a roll of 19. That does not hit, and it just like it leers at you. Shantor, your turn.
I'm gonna whack this dude in front of me.
All right,
Fucking cleric kill. Here we go.
and that kills it.
Damn, dude.
And I'll toss a heal towards Toby.
Thank you.
Cindy, go kill it really quick.
I can't. I'm quitting at top of initiative.
It's literally the last thing.
Okay, Cindy, it's your turn. The creature is bloodied, almost very bloodied. Quickly roll.
Okay.
See if you can kill it. That's a hit. Also a hit. The creature is very bloodied. Also a hit, and that kills it.
Yes.
Oh, fucking turned it on.
And then your last one, you punch Judge because you didn't realize it disappeared yet.
So For this encounter, everybody receives a total of 1100 XP, and I forgot to give you XP for the flame encounter last time, correct?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys gain 800 XP for that encounter.
So we're
Total.
at 43,100.
Yeah.
All right. So, just really quick, Marista's going to walk to the group. She is going to, like, breeze past Nebin, like, but she's basically just going to bump Nebin. She's going to go to the group, and she's going to nod at everyone, and then that's where we will end the session.
I